We expect to learn more later this morning about this weekend's fatal shooting by two Billings police officers that resulted in the death of a Shepherd man. It happened Sunday afternoon around 2 o'clock on the 2200 block of First Avenue North. Lieutenant Brandon Woolley of the Billings Police Department says the two officers were investigating a suspicious call which led to a foot chase and exchanging of gunfire. The 26-year-old suspect died at the scene. The officers were not injured. No additional information was released yesterday, but Police Chief Rich St. John will hold a press conference this morning at 10:30. All of the latest details can be found on our website, ktvq.com, and during today's noon newscast. Checking in on the day's national news, we're now in week 5 of the partial government shutdown. President Trump came out with a new offer over the weekend, but Democrats say it doesn't go nearly far enough. CBS's Mark Liverman has the latest.
President Trump's latest plan to end the partial government shutdown hasn't won over his critics.
If he opens up the government, we'll discuss whatever he offers, but hostage-taking should not work.
The offer? Temporary protection for some immigrants here illegally in exchange for the border wall.
This extension will give them access to work permits, Social Security numbers, and protection from deportation.
Democrats say the president created the very problems he now wants to solve.
It was effectively saying, look, I created a problem by taking away protections for dreamers. I created another problem by taking away protections for refugees. I'm willing to undo part of the damage temporarily that I have inflicted to get my wall.
Vice President Mike Pence defended the proposal, including from more conservative Republicans who described it as amnesty.
This is not amnesty. There's no pathway to citizenship. There's no, there's no, permanent status here at all, which is what amnesty contemplates.
The Senate is expected to vote on the bill tomorrow. Some Republicans admit it's just a starting point.
The vote this week in the Senate is not to pass the bill. It is to open up and say, can we debate this? Can we amend it? Can we make changes?
800,000 federal employees aren't getting paid until the shutdown ends. The TSA said that its employees are calling out at more than double the usual rate due to, quote, financial limitations. Mark Liverman, CBS News.
A handful of airports have had to temporarily close screening areas to deal with the sick call-outs. Despite the issues, the TSA says 99.9% of passengers waited less than 30 minutes on Saturday. Also making this morning's headlines, a group of white teenagers, many wearing Make America Great Again hats, was captured in a viral video taunting a Native American Vietnam veteran singing during the first Indigenous Peoples March in Washington on Friday. Both key figures from the video are now talking, indicating there might be more to the story than what was seen on camera. Chaperones for these students say a third group, African American Hebrew Israelites, started it all by yelling hateful things at the kids. The Native American elder, Nathan Phillips, says he saw the encounter and inserted himself between the two groups, hoping to calm the situation. The teen in the video standing face to face with Phillips insists his actions are being misinterpreted. And the matchup for Super Bowl 53 has been set after both games went into overtime. The Los Angeles Rams intercepted Drew Brees and then kicked a field goal to beat the New Orleans Saints in the NFC Championship. In the AFC, the New England Patriots got the ball first in OT and easily marched down the field for a touchdown, beating the Kansas City Chiefs. The Rams-Patriots game will be a rematch of Super Bowl 36, which kick-started the Brady-Belichick era. Back here in Billings, since the Roe v. Wade decision on January 22, 1973, some say pro-life support has grown nationwide. It was a time for singing and prayer Sunday afternoon at the 12th annual Billings March for Life. Dozens of people marched down 3rd Avenue North after starting at St. Patrick Co-Cathedral. Once at the courthouse, speakers talked about prayer, the pro-life movement since 1973, adoption and taking care of orphans, and voting for pro-life candidates.
And Montana chose poorly against life. Elections have consequences.
I don't know of a better way to teach our children the spirit of being pro-life than through adoption. Adoption teaches the love of God.
People are standing up for truth, they're standing up for justice, they're standing up for the sanctity of life, and has now become praise the Lord, with the longevity, we see it has now become a multi-generational concern.
And meanwhile, the National Native American Hall of Fame was officially established in 2018. MTN's Joe Huizinga shares the Montana Hall of Famers' stories and where they're headed.
You don't hear a lot about Native American accomplishment. And I think that's important because when you're a child and you're growing up, you look to those people as your role models to say, this is what I'm able to do.
The National Native American Hall of Fame is in its early stages. It doesn't have a home of brick and mortar, just a dream born in Great Falls and spreading to Native peoples all across the country. This past October, they celebrated their first class of honorees.
For our first set of nominees, it took us about 6 months to determine, what's the matrix, what are the factors that we use to decide who is deserving of this honor.
12 Native men and women, including Montana's Eloise Cobell, were inducted at a ceremony in Phoenix.
I was starstruck a little bit. I spent the past 8 months collecting information and learning about all of their achievements.
Now, Hall of Fame staff are already working to select the next class of inductees. They're also working to educate and create traveling exhibits, all while working on the long-term goal of finding its home.
It's going to be a long process before we decide where the home of the National Native American Hall of Fame is, because it isn't just Montana tribes that we're looking at, it is tribes across the nation.
A place where all Native people can reflect on the greatest among them. In Great Falls, Joe Huizinga, MTN News.
Turning now to health news, new findings on children and concussions show they experience symptoms longer than adults, and too much rest may not be the best remedy. CBS's Mark Liverman explains.
15-year-old Grace Kamvakis has a mean spike, but volleyball has not always been her game. Grace grew up playing soccer. 3 years ago, she was hit in the head with a soccer ball 2 different times. Her concussion symptoms lasted 6 months.
Headaches, obviously, sensitivity to light, sensitivity to noise, dizziness. I couldn't use computers or anything.
She had a headache for a long time. It was very hard to watch that in your child.
Now, research in the Journal of the American Osteopathic Association finds children under 13 experience concussion symptoms much longer than older teens and adults.
Up to 4 weeks and longer than adults. Adults are more like 2 weeks.
Dr. Hallie Zweibel at New York Institute of Technology says total rest after suffering a concussion is no longer recommended, as long as symptoms don't return or get worse.
We found that more than 48 hours of strict rest has actually negative consequences. So getting children, adolescents, adults back in their activities, school, work, is actually producing better outcomes.
Researchers stress athletes should not compete if they are experiencing symptoms, and for lingering problems, vision and balance rehab can help. That's what got Grace back on her feet.
Obviously, I wanted to be on the field, but it's better to just sit out, get better.
She still worries about suffering another concussion, but says being able to use her hands playing volleyball makes her feel a bit safer. Mark Liverman, CBS News, Smithtown, New York.
The study also finds children with ADHD, depression, or anxiety may have concussion symptoms that last even longer.